We're back again with another episode of Lego Batman. I missed the turn, I think, but I'm hoping to have this series finished in time that I'll be able to do another series in October, because I would like to play something for Spooky Month. I'm gonna follow the bat symbol on the map, my little radar thing. It's hard for me to see the lines. I'm supposed to be going. This way? Recently, I made an Epic Games account. I guess that works then. Epic Games account, even though I felt that I should do it anyways, just because they give you a free game every week. So it's like, if you want something to play, just use Epic, because they're going to give you like a free game every week. Might not be a good game. So far I've claimed 2 games on there, The Spirit and the Mouse and Bear and Breakfast. And Spirit of the Mouse, it's like, I've seen that before, and it's like I have kind of an interest in it. I'd like to eventually get around to playing it. Bear and Breakfast I have no interest in at all, and I doubt I will ever touch it. Next week though, they got some survival horror game that's going to be put on there, which I was excited for. At first I was like, oh, that's going to be something I could play on here. But it's like, it said something about survival horror combined with Souls-like. And Souls-like is like one of like the 3 worst genres of games for me. It's like Souls-likes, card games, and then like probably management like Sims. This is gotta be one of the easiest levels to get a true hero on. It's all the stuff you can just shoot right here. I guess technically earlier today, well, not technically yesterday by now, I went around to some yard sales. I walked around for about 2 hours, found a total of 3 houses, and another minikit. But I didn't have any sort of luck. All I found was a box full of free stuff, and I'm the kind of person where it's like, it says free, I'm taking it. But it's also in the case of like, I've been walking for like 2 hours and hadn't found anything, so a box full of free stuff, yeah, I'm taking it. So I got like this little box, some AV cords, which, you know, nothing uses AV cables anymore, so that's useless. If it was like an HDMI cord, it's like, yeah, that's useful. But an AV cable is not very helpful. I found headphones. I doubt they work because the wire is torn up and exposed on one end of them. This little kind of statue of a bear, which is missing part of the base because it's been broken, but it's probably the nicest thing I found. And 2 umbrellas. One of them works, but it's kind of bent. So, you know, still technically works though. And the other one just doesn't open at all. You know, the issue normally would be the umbrella, like, can't, you know, stay in one state because it's like, it's loose. It's like this one just doesn't open. I'm gonna do it right here. They made Robin's magnet suit look a lot better in this game, because in the first game it was like very simplistic. It's just regular Robin basically, but with whatever his weird plates on his feet are for. Recently, I haven't been playing much games recently. Right now, I've started to get back into Skate 3. And I used to be pretty good at Skate 3, and then I bought the Tony Hawk collection. That's, you know, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. And I played that for a while. I never got very good at it, but I got used to the controls on that, so it kind of messed me up on Skate 3, because it was like, I was so used to like, oh, just pressing the like the A button to jump. So I'm gonna try and get the true hero on this level. This is gonna be like the easiest one to do it on. It's also like the shortest level in the game, probably. Yeah, I haven't been playing many games recently other than Skate 3 and this. I started back on Horizon Forbidden West. I was doing one of the bandit camps, and then died like to the very final enemy in it, and then got sent back to like one of the campfires. I just gave up at that point. I'm wanting to eventually find a copy of the remake of Medieval to play around Halloween. I bought the remake of Pac-Man World recently. I've been playing it. I'm tired. Yesterday I was awake for, I believe, around 23 hours. I would have stayed up longer too. I was sitting there and it was like I was trying to find something on TV, and as I was sitting there it was like I couldn't keep my eyes open any longer, so I just turned the TV off and gave up. I don't have much to talk about. The yard sales that I went to, they last for like 2 days, so even though this last time they were awful, you know, 3 mini kits and 1 level without having to use a free play. That was unnecessary. I might not be able to get enough studs. Just fell to his death. Batman got one of them. I'm gonna destroy these things. That's one thing I hate in any game is when there's like an infinite amount of like enemies that keep spawning in. Remember there was one level in Lego Star Wars Complete Saga that had that. It was always annoying. Lego Star Wars Complete Saga, out of all the Lego games, is the one that does not hold up at all. It's like people only really remember it because of nostalgia. But it's like, the Complete Saga, it's like, it's not very good. It's like, the characters, it's like, the one thing with the Skywalker Saga that was an issue was the fact that none of the characters were very different. But at least in that game, all the characters had like basic abilities. Because it's like, in the Complete Saga, if you didn't have, uh, like if a character didn't have like a lightsaber or a blaster or anything like that, they were completely useless. And it's like random characters couldn't jump like battle droids. For some reason, they can't jump. I remember the Lego sets for Star Wars. That was the reason they made small legs, was for the Star Wars sets, because they needed short legs for Yoda. But it was funny because before they made the Yoda figure, there was the Anakin figure from the Phantom Menace, but they didn't feel like that there was an issue there, so they just gave him like the same legs everyone else had. It's like this is the shortest level in the game because I was going really slow at it, and it took like less than 13 minutes. Also, I got a copyright thing on the first two episodes, but episode 3 and 4 were safe. I don't know why. Because by YouTube's logic of this claiming to be a movie, then they should have got me on the other two episodes also, but it's like, I don't know, I'm not one of the people that's like, that hates like copyright, and it's one of the things that bothers me is like, the people that were acting like they ended slavery whenever Steamboat Mickey went into the public domain.
Where's your car?
Because I remember when that happened, like the news of that, and people were going nuts. He's free! Finally free! And it's like, because there's people that are like, oh well, we ought to end the copyright on this so, other people can like make stuff out of it. It's like, if you give people like the ability to make something with like already made characters, you're gonna get the same thing every time. You're gonna get a horror movie and a horror video game. It literally happened twice with Disney characters. You had Winnie the Pooh, immediate horror movie, video game. Mickey Mouse, horror movie, and a video game. I remember there was a trailer that came out for like a Mickey Mouse horror movie. That trailer for that movie released like within the hour that he went into the public domain, which implies that either they had made that in advance and were saving it for them, or, and the one that I find a lot funnier is that within the span of like the hour, they made the entire movie. Because it's like there's a reason they always make horror movies, and it's because whenever you have a horror movie, they're really cheap to make. You can make like a horror movie and release it for like $500. It's like all you need is like costume city and like a couple of friends that are willing to be in your garbage movie, and you can make a horror movie.
We'll have an exclusive interview
Just,
with the Gotham City
you
police
know,
officer
flat out easy,
who
you know.
says he saw a giant version of Joker's face in the fire at
It's the thing that bothers me with like Nintendo is all the people that get mad at Nintendo for like pointless things. It's like the stupid Pal World names just a rip-off of Pokemon. And it's like, I found a video that was like 7 minutes long going over all the designs in that name and pointing out which Pokemon they rip off.
What's the point of making kryptonite that wouldn't harm Superman anyway?
And then
Importantly, Joker wanted us to know he was
you'll have like one where it'll be like two designs that are
rude.
basically identical, but like the actual Pokemon's like green and their copy is like blue. And it'll be a comic defending it. It's like, it's not an exact copy. That one's blue.
Why do we have so much of this stuff?
And then
Keep it in case Superman decides to be a bad guy one day.
like people get mad whenever it's like
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't want people to like pirate their games. And people always, their defense is always, well, we're just pirating the games that, you know, they won't re-release. And it's like, they're pirating like Breath of the Wild and stuff. Then, people are now mad. It was something about like, if you do like videos like showing how to like emulate games or something, they're gonna like copyright it. And people got mad over that. It's like, just don't steal games, and if you do, don't tell everybody about it. There's only one game that I've ever like emulated, and it's Chex Quest. Like, I found I'd gladly have a physical copy of Chex Quest, man. But it's always funny to me though, like the bad horror movies and stuff, and how quickly they can make them. This year, when October started, you know, that's when you start getting like advertisements for like different horror movies, and back to back I got 3 advertisements, and each one was for a different horror movie. It's like, that's just kind of that's kind of impressive. It's like I don't know. It's like, who goes to actually like see these movies? Because it's like, it's kind of the same question like, who's going to like see like Marvel movies anymore? Because it's like, they've all been bad. The last good one was Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Before that, it was Spider-Man. But we'll continue this conversation next time, because we're getting to the 20-minute mark. So next time we're gonna finish this level. We're gonna talk more about Marvel movies. So, you know, oh, purple stud, purple stud. I got the purple stud.